Put the egg back. Put the egg back. Careful. You're going to show them your apron. Quick, stand up. What does it say? Raffster. Who brought you that?
Alex.
Say thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
So what are we going to do today, Raff?
Hope you're all right, boys.
Hope you're all right, Boris. Boris is better now. So what are we going to do today, Raff? You're going to tell everyone, not yet, we're not doing that bit yet. You're going to tell everyone today what we're going to be doing? What are we making?
Drop my egg.
Well, don't drop your egg. Let's leave it there for a minute. We will get the egg out in a minute, I promise you. But you've got to tell everybody on here, everyone's watching. So say hello.
Hello.
And what are we cooking today? So say so.
So we are cooking my mummy today. We're going to make some pancakes.
Pancakes! And have you made pancakes with me before?
No.
You have!
I have.
He's made pancakes loads. So, today, we're going to be cooking some American-style pancakes. Now, pancakes are an absolute favourite in this house. They're a real novelty breakfast, and we do try and whack them out on the weekend. But they're also really, really great for storing in the freezer and using as a really quick breakfast. You've got your chefs out as well, haven't you? Bing, bang, bong. We're going to do that in a minute as well, aren't we? That was your cup to drink out of.
My cup to drink.
That one you just popped in there. So yeah, pancakes are an absolute favourite of mine. You can make them savoury, you can make them sweet. My favourite is probably serving them with something like a mixed berry with a bit of dollop of yoghurt on the side, because it's not actually very sweet, it's still quite tart. I love using frozen vegetables. Raff, don't drink that because that's got washing up liquid in it. Yeah, and I just think they're just such a great recipe. They're also very, very easy to make with kids. So this is going to be a really quick day today. Raffy, is that one this water or not? No? That one's plain water, so you can drink that one, I think. Anyway, sorry. So today, yeah, we're going to be doing this pancake recipe. It's super simple. It's a really easy one. I'm just going to check the camera. While I check the camera, can you just do me a favour and do your washing your hands song? Because everyone needs to wash their hands. So if you're cooking with kids right now, all of the kids need to make sure they're washing their hands first. So you do the wash your hands song, Raff. Go. Hooray, that was a fast one, wasn't it? Yeah, so make sure everybody's got nice clean hands before they start. That's really, really, really important. So we've got a few people on. Hello everybody, thank you so much for joining. We will start now. After you want to dry your hands quick? We're not doing the egg yet. Someone's so desperate to crack this egg. But what we've got to do first is show them what ingredients we've got. The other great thing about pancakes is it's such few ingredients.
We've got flour.
Flour, yeah. So,
And we got...
yeah, what's that? Oh, flour, milk. We've got flour. We were very lucky that we managed to get a huge bag of flour from a family member. Got some water. Don't need water, that's just for him. We've got 1 egg. We've got baking powder.
And
We've got a little bit of, what's that? Oil. Good boy, a little bit of oil.
And we've got a little bit of cup of tea.
We've got Mummy's cup of tea. A little bit of cup of tea. Okay, come back this way. So, we've washed our hands. We're going to put our water over here. And we're going to put this over here as well, aren't we? And look, you've got Pig. Pig's going to watch as well as he wants to learn. So, what we're going to do is we're going to weigh out the flour that we need, Raff. So, first and foremost, we need 250 grams of flour.
Okay.
And what I normally recommend is self-raising flour is ideal. As you can see, we've got plain flour. We couldn't get self-raising flour either. So I've Googled it, and online it says that you just use 3 tablespoons of baking powder instead. So, okay, you're going to help me lift this. Is a very heavy bag of flour. So 250 grams of flour. I know a lot of you on there make the pancakes religiously anyway, but hopefully this is just a good thing to make. Oh, there we go. We need to take a bit out. Oh no, that's perfect. Mind your hand a minute. Let that bit in. Boom, 250. So 250 grams of flour. Now what I need you to do, Raff, is I need you to stir that in for me. You can do it with your hands if you want because you just washed them. Stir it in. So we sift the flour in. Normally I try and use wholemeal flour just because it adds a bit of fibre, it adds a bit of texture to it.
Holes in this one.
And if you do use whole grain fibre, then you will find a lot of the seeds are, or a lot of the grains are still left in the sieve. So all you need to do is use the back of a spoon like this and just squash them down so you can get as much out as possible. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put, so because we've used plain flour, not self-raising, normally we would use 1 teaspoon of baking powder. But because today we have got plain flour, we're going to use 3 teaspoons. So that's about 1. You're going to help? 2. 1 more. 3. I don't know if this is going to go well, by the way, so blame Google if it doesn't. But 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Good boy, and Raffy's going to give that a good old mix. He loves being a little chef, don't you? You're very good at it. So keep mixing that all up.
We need to do a hole for a pancake.
Yeah, we do need to do a hole. You're absolutely right. So he has made them before. So we are absolutely, what you can do is once that's all mixed, make a nice well in the middle. So Raffy calls it a little hole. So basically just move all the flour up to either sides so that you've got a little well in the middle, and then we're going to put that aside just for now, okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out our milk. So you can, the other good thing about pancakes is it's so easy to make them vegan, dairy free. Yeah, you can try some milk, yes. That's why I bought you that cup. And you can, today we're using almond just because we accidentally bought it the other day. I'm not a massive fan of almond milk. I find it quite watery. But you can absolutely use it in these recipes. Oat milk also works brilliantly, and of course full fat cow's milk is fine to use too. So the amount of milk that we need is 300 mils. So you're going to help me weigh it out. So 300 mils of milk.
Could I try some?
Well, this isn't your special milk. This is a different milk, so it's not the oat milk that you love.
I like some.
You can try this one as well. Do you know what this one is?
Yeah.
What is it? You tell me.
It's just milk.
Well, it's almond milk. It's made of almonds.
Yes.
You like nuts, don't you?
Yeah. Can I try some almonds?
What's your favourite nuts? Those ones? Well, you can try some. Let's pour this in here. You can try some and you can tell us what you think of the milk. And then while he's doing that, I'm going to measure out 300 mils of this. So there we go. Nice and easy. It's always a lot of milk. I always think it's so much milk. Is it good? Did you like it? Right.
There's still some in there.
So that's good. So you put that to the side just for a minute and you're going to help me. You can help me do this. This is your favourite bit, cracking an egg. So Raff's starting to get used to cracking eggs with us now. We are getting him involved in loads of the cooking and baking. He loves it, but obviously it creates a lot of mess. So let's go. Should we show everyone so they can see? 1, 2, 3. Oh, goodness. There we go, crack an egg. Now, you can use the spoon. I would normally actually use this bubba to give it a little whisk. Give it a little whisk up. Now, if you don't eat eggs, or if your little one's allergic to eggs, you can absolutely use a banana. So you can swap this for a mashed banana, 1 whole mashed banana. And you can also, and then pour it in there when you're ready. And you can also use basically a tablespoon of chia seeds with, I think it's 3 tablespoons of water. I think that's the ratio. I'll put it on my stories anyway. And leave that to sit for about 10-15 minutes, and it goes all thick and gooey, a bit like egg. So you can absolutely use that as a replacement. I've done that a lot in this recipe and it does work. It does make the texture a little bit more solid. Rather than sort of fluffy, but it still works really well. And if you've got toppings on your pancakes, it's an absolute winner. So we're going to mix. We're going to mix the egg and the milk really well. We're going to whiz it round with that whisk. Got a nice whisk. And then all we're going to do, I told you it was the simplest recipe ever, is we're going to mix. Oh, mind your paws because you've got egg all over it. So we've got the hole in the middle here of our flour. I'll just show you that. Let me show them the hole. So we've got a well in the middle there, or we did have until I tipped it. And we're just going to pour the mixture into here. And as we're doing it, we're going to gradually whisk the whole mixture together until you have a nice batter. So, put this here. We're going to whisk that really, really well. You've done really well on that, Raff.
What's that?
So this is called a whisk. A whisk. And what we do is we pour the milk in. Do you want to whisk it for me or do you want to pour?
I want to whisk it.
You want to whisk it, okay. So, well, you need to pour the milk now into that hole that you created. That's it, so you pour it in. You can do it all at once, but some recipes say to do it nice and gradually, but We're a bit bish bash bosh here. Okay, you can do it on your own, that's fine. And then we're going to whisk that all in together. So we're going to gently whisk that mixture together. Hopefully you guys are all following along. Yeah, look at that, it's all stodgy. So what you want to make is a nice, fairly gloopy batter that you can start to use to make your pancakes. Now, if you have loads of time, yeah, you're throwing it all over the table. Look at how gloopy it is. Do you like it?
Gloopy.
Gloopy. Keep mixing, stirring. That's it. You need to get all that flour in, so you might need to use this spoon to scrape down the sides so you can mix more flour in. That's it, good boy. That's it. That's it. So while Raffy's mixing that here, sometimes, as I was saying, you can leave the batter to set a little bit. If it's a little bit loose, you can leave it for 10-15 minutes. Or if it's still a little bit liquidy, just add a bit more flour to it. So keep stirring. And while Raffy does that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a saucepan, okay, and I'm going to just put a drop of olive oil in. Now, yeah, you can do a drop of olive oil. Now, you don't need to use a lot of olive oil. It's normally just normally what I do, I mean that's a huge amount that Ash just poured in there, but what I normally do is I'll normally heat that all up and then I will remove some of the oil so that you're only cooking it with a small amount. You don't need huge amounts. Also, sometimes the first pancake when you're cooking it does go quite burnt because it's quite easy to lose track of it. And sometimes when the oil's really, really hot, it cooks very quickly and then the other ones are a bit slower. So put that on a high heat, get the oil nice and warm and then turn it down to a medium heat. And I'm going to just do that now while Raffy's sort of mixing that. Just going to put it on a heat now. Raffy going to sing them a little song today because you haven't sung any songs.
Picking up stones, along came a train and broke pretty bones.
Oh, that's not a very happy song. What's the song you've been singing at the moment by Bruno Mars?
Uptown Funk.
Uptown Funk? How does that one go? Can you sing it? Can you sing it?
This is far for the white gold. This one will be
Living it up in the city.
Is that killing the same one?
Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty.
Look, Mummy.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? So Raff's been giving this a good old stir. Now, I'm just going to take it off you for 1 minute, Raffy. Look at you, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is what happens when you cook with kids. You lose half of the stuff. So, I'm going to give this a really thorough mix because Raffy's been stirring it with his hands, which doesn't really whisk it. Oh God, I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally just dropping in spots on the table. So it should look something similar to this texture, okay? So it's still fairly gloopy, but what you do want it to do is you do want it to form into little kind of dough, sort of dough balls or pancake balls when you've put it. So you don't want it to go into flop into the whole pan. What do you want? You want it in the bowl?
Balls.
So that one I would say possibly needs a bit more flour. Some balls. Well, we're not making it into balls, we're making it into pancakes because it needs to be a little bit more solid when we put it in the pan. Mind your fingers when you do that. So, once I've got a little bit of oil in my pan, it's nice and warm, I'm going to go and get it back.
My hands, look.
Are you showing your hands? Yeah. Disgusting, Raff. Disgusting. So, once we've heated this, now this is hot, Raff, so you can't touch this pan now. Raffy, seriously. So I've got the oil in the pan and all... Yeah, you can have some blueberries. So I'm now getting out blueberries. I didn't get them out before because, as you can guess, someone might have eaten them all. Let's wash your hands first, Raff, in here. Wash your hands. And what I'm going to do is I am going to spoon just a big dollop of this pancake into my pan here. So that's quite liquidy, but hopefully you won't have lost quite so many of the flour that I have lost in here. It's quite thin as it is, but I would definitely say add a bit more and ladle it into the pan. But you can see I've got a pancake. Now my favourite thing to do is to make blueberry pancakes, where what you do is as you're cooking the pancake, you simply chuck blueberries on top of it. It actually makes a really, really fantastic pancake. And also the blueberries go really, really squidgy. So even if it's for younger babies, you can still have them like this and cut them into little strips, because the blueberries go really squidgy. They pop in the middle of the pancake and they're absolutely delicious. So Raph, careful not to get the batter in your hands. Make sure you wash your hands. So that is how we make, this is a bit hot now, but that's how we make our pancakes. So I know that was quite rushed, but hopefully you got that. So basically flour and baking powder in a bowl, mix them together, make a hole in the middle, add the egg and the milk, whisk that into the middle, and it makes this batter. Not normally as thin as this, but it's possibly plain flour, plus Raffy spilt half of the flour when we were making it. And then you simply heat up a pan with a little bit of oil and dollop some of that mixture into the pan with a nice handful of blueberries on top. And I would normally serve that with something like some chopped up fruit or or a fruit coulis and a little bit of yogurt on the side. I also do pancakes with, what do we do them with? Sometimes we do them with spinach and scrambled egg. Oh, what's that then? Have you eaten them all? Finished. Finito. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the cook along today. It was a quick, easy one. Next week is very, very, very exciting, as it's Allergy Awareness Week next week, and I'm teamed up with a brand to do the cook along, because they basically got in touch and said they really want to do something to help parents and support parents this time, give fun, educational information about doing things like cooking with kids, and also raise awareness of Allergy Awareness Week. So I'm teaming up with someone next week, and I'm really excited about it. The recipe is complicated, so wish us luck with this. But yeah, should be really exciting.
Pancakes yet?
Well, I haven't finished them yet. I've got to go and put them on the hob now. We might need to add a bit more flour, but I'll share the ingredients with you guys for next week on Friday. There's the pancake, and there's more blueberries, yeah, on Friday, so that hopefully you'll get time to get it. Of course you can. And hopefully, well, I mean, that's not a pancake anymore, is it? But hopefully by Friday, we'll have maybe a bit more flour in the shops, who knows. But blueberry muffins is what we're making, and honestly, I'm so proud of this recipe. So keep your eyes peeled for them. Well, so this is our final product. Cooking with kids, guys. Beautiful pancakes. Right, Raffy, you're going to say goodbye to everybody and say thank you to Uncle Alex for your amazing...
Thank you, Uncle Alex, for amazing...
What? What is it?
ice cream.
Good boy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope it was helpful. I know it was a simple one, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. I'm going to drum up loads around it, so please do share it with people. Really, really, really fab recipe next week. Thanks guys for joining in. Bye. Raffy going to say bye.
Bye.
Give him a little wave and a little jiggle. Why don't you do your fizzy water dance?
I can't.
Why? Why can't you? Okay. Blow a kiss then. Bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye.